What's up, everyone? I'm back with another video of the top 5 cards to get before the NBA regular season starts. So let's get started. First on my list is Nikola Jokic of Denver Nuggets. If you remember last season at all, the Denver Nuggets were killing it in the bubble. And I think Jokic and Jamal Murray were definitely playing the leader roles in this team. Jokic is only 25 years old. You have to remember that. And his size is so dominant. He looks even faster this season, at least from the games that he's played during preseason. And the fact that he was a second round, 41th pick for the Denver Nuggets, it was a huge win. Talk about a jackpot, right? So the reason why I really like Jokic right now is because we've seen the potential from last year, what this team is capable of with the young core. And I fully expect that they spent a lot of time during the short summer to improve themselves, their team chemistry, their individual skills, and that I fully believe that they're going to make the playoffs and be very relevant in it. So let's take a look at his card. So I have pulled up here his 2015 Prism Base PSA 10 cards. And as you can see, his card never really saw a big dip, during the playoffs because the Nuggets were pretty relevant throughout the whole time until the Western Conference Final. So his card price has gone all the way up to $900 at one point this year, but it's currently sitting around $460. So it's come down almost by 50%, which I think is where it's supposed to be. But I fully expect that card price to go back up once more fans watch the Nuggets play and they become a fan of them. So I would definitely pick up a PSA 10 of Prism Base or even a PSA 9 if that's in your price range, but I'm very bullish on him. Second player on my list in this video is Deandre Eaton of the Phoenix Suns. And you guys all know him. He was the first pick of the first round in Luka's year in 2018. I think his presence is already very relevant in Phoenix Suns, but with the addition of CP3, I can see him incorporating Deandre very well into the system. If you look at CP3's past experiences in different teams, he uses the centers really well. Right, so you have Deandre Jordan, who we'll talk about soon, and you have Blake Griffin, and you also have Clint Capella from Houston Rockets, and also Steven Adams from the OKC, his latest team. So with the addition of CP3, the Phoenix Suns not only are contending in making playoffs this year in the West Conference, but also I think we'll see these young players benefiting from the veteran coming in, making plays, involving everyone on the court. So let's take a look at his card. So I have pulled up here his 2018 Prism Base PSA 10 cards. There's about 2,300 PSA 10s out there for his base card, which I think is actually not a lot compared to if you think about Luka or Trey. And his card prices have been in an upward trend for the most part in the past year. And the most recent kind of average sale has been around $200. And that's actually pretty steep increase since the announcement of CP3 joining Phoenix Suns. So people are kind of catching up to the hype here, but I don't think that's the ceiling for his card. I think we'll see him explode and really show the potential that he showed as the #1 pick of 2018 draft class. Third player on my list, and I've talked about him quite several times in my videos, and he recently signed a max contract, and that's Bam Adebayo. And he's a 2017 rookie, so he's not so much of a young player anymore. I would say he has fully adjusted to the NBA and has created his own rhythm and his own style of play that is very beneficial for the Miami Heat. And with the signing of the max contract, Heat also showed that they want a long-term relationship with him. Why I like Bam is for two reasons. One, he showed tremendous potential during last season in the bubble, especially that Miami Heat has to rely on him to make plays, to get the rebounds, and to do more of those cool blocks that he's done during last season. Obviously, Miami Heat, very young core, maybe except Jimmy Butler, but I think Bam is here to stay, and I'm super stoked to see where Miami Heat takes their team to. So let's take a look at his cards. So his cards at one point, and I think this is during when the Miami Heat were at their peak in the playoffs, went up all the way up to $550 for his base Prism PSA 10 cards. Right now, it's about $316, so I think it's at a good price point. And we'll see this card trend to $550 and more, I think, during the regular season and when they make playoffs. And I think it's pretty obvious that barring any big injuries, that Miami Heat will be making playoffs again. So yeah, get into his cards, I would say, before regular season, see how his cards go, and once you make a decent amount of profit, you can either exit or kind of watch where they go during the playoffs. If they make Eastern Conference Final, great, you can sell it then, or continue to keep the card, because I think his future is not just a one-time wonder, but truly he can be a phenomenal player, recognized by many. So fourth player on my list, I think I did a spoiler earlier in the video, is Deandre Jordan. So another Deandre. If you guys know anything about him, his dunks are amazing. His times at Clippers, I still vividly remember some of the key dunks that he's done. That was really, really cool to watch. And when he went to the Mavs, he improved his free throw percentage as well. So he became actually a really, really good player over the time. Now, he's not young, obviously. He's from the 2008 draft class, and he was actually the 35th pick from the second round, which is crazy to believe, given how relevant he has been over the years. So why I like Deandre Jordan is because I firmly believe that, barring any injuries or any team, dysfunctional, situations, I believe that the Nets are going to make the finals this year. If you've ever seen Kyrie play on his own, or KD play in the past with his teammates, they're almost unstoppable. And with the shots that they're creating, I believe that they'll create those shots for Deandre Jordan as well, and he will be a critical player in getting those rebounds back to KD and Kyrie, and a good defender as well. And I know that KD loves to work with big guys, so I think with my estimate that the Nets will make at least to the Eastern Conference Final, I see his cards soaring. And an opportunity here is that his cards are so cheap. I picked up a 2008 Topps Chrome Refractor Auto of Deandre Jordan's this morning for $15. Right now, if you look on eBay, his base cards could range anywhere from $2 to $5 to some of his refractor cards going from $10 to $20. So I would get a couple of them here, because if the team does well and Jordan is a starter for this team, it's a no-brainer. We're going to see an increase in this card. Last on my list is another Deandre, and his name is DeAndre Hunter of the Atlanta Hawks. He was the number 4th pick of the 2019 draft class, so he's a rookie, but I really have high hopes for Atlanta Hawks. And he is a critical piece to this Atlanta Hawks team right now that is rebuilding, that is putting in veterans to the team. And you got Bogdanovic, you got Rondo. This team is here to stay, and they're beefing up their core, and I believe that DeAndre Hunter is at the center of it all. So let's take a look at his card. So I have pulled up here his 2019 Prism Base PSA 10 card. Look at this, there's only 500 of these out there currently, and it is currently going for about $90. It has at one point hit $125. So very affordable entry point price here. I only see this card going up. So if you can get your hands on these as raw and get them graded or as graded cards, I would definitely jump on them. So those are the top 5 players that I would get before the regular season starts. I've been hunting them down myself, and so I hope you found this video helpful, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.